Silver, the women's elimination race, and we have a top field. Anita von Stenberg is the name that stands out amongst this first page of names. She's 4 times European champion. She's got 2 bronze medals at the World Championships. She's a 2-time Olympian, also a 2-time Olympian. Maeve Plouffe from Australia. She's having a bit of a wave to the crowd before, and there she is.
She gets a page to herself.
Plouffe, she is affectionately known as an incredibly talented rider, both on the road and the track. 10 riders are lining up in the women's elimination. A smaller field than we sometimes see, but that actually makes an event like this harder because there truly is nowhere to hide. It is all about positioning. Stenberg from Norway, the favourite, 33 years of age. Maeve Plouffe, she's certainly the hometown hope. Shi-Wing Lee, she is the tactician. And Nemkova, well, I would say she's the dark horse, the Czech rider.
And they still haven't officially started the race because it's taken them a little bit too long to actually get into formation. Now they're all together that they will actually signify the start is underway. There we go. We hear the gun and we're underway for the women's elimination. Last rider across the line every 2 laps is eliminated. And in a small field like this, Kate Bates, it just means the speed is hot right from the start. They
have started with absolutely rapid pace. Nowhere to hide in a field of 10. And the first person in real danger, as we saw in the men's elimination, down the bottom is the real danger spot. Azal Rizavei. Can she make her way underneath or over the top to avoid elimination? I don't think she can. The rider from Uzbekistan, Rizeva, she is the first to be eliminated. The pace is absolutely cracking. They are not pausing for a single second.
Well, Chen Yang from China motoring on the front. Stenberg in perfect position as she always is. You see her in the eliminations, always there or thereabouts at the front of the peloton. Such a strong rider.
She's just a very cool cucumber when she races. She puts out some pretty good vibes. Some danger for Team Portugal.
Acevedo comes up over the top and make sure that she's not eliminated.
And it's Nemkova who is eliminated, the rider from Czechia. She was a dark horse in my eye. I think that she'll be very disappointed and a bit surprised by that, but you can get caught out in this event. And I think Acevedo, she did well to duck in there just in time, but she is still riding toward the back and will need to improve her position.
Well, the 23-year-old from Portugal on the inside, Daniela Campos, in danger, nowhere to go, could not accelerate through, so she will be the next one to go. So Acevedo doing as we saw Tom Cornish do in the men's race, just happy to stay at the back and just picking off riders every 2 laps.
Well, Campos has been the European junior champion in the elimination and Omnium in the bronze. She's a great bunch rider, but really got caught out. Acevedo is again in the real danger spot here.
Well, she has Alexi Ramirez on the inside from Trinidad and Tobago, the red colours, and you can see Acevedo drifting up there around the outside. She knows that the rider from Trinidad and Tobago had nowhere to go, and that's why then she's the next one out. So tactical battle there, so Acevedo didn't have to go too hard. She could identify there was a rider stuck on the inside and made sure that she was staying boxed in with nowhere to move.
And Ramirez out. Trinidad and Tobago, they're a nation that traditionally produces track sprinters. Nicholas Ball is a great example, but Ramirez coming up, and there will be another rider eliminated. We are down to 7 riders.
On the inside, we saw her at the front going really fast, Chen from China, but she allowed everyone to come past, boxed in, and she's the next one to go. So tactically, not a good ride from Chen Ning from China. She was going so hard on the front early when she didn't need to, didn't have the energy to stay in the race when it really counted. Stenberg at the back now in the dangerous position.
Stenberg and Plouffe, the hometown favourite and the outright favourite.
Here she comes.
Currently in 5th and 6th position, and it's a tight battle, but the danger spot is once again on the bottom inside, and I think our Spanish rider Escalara
she's the one to go. See how much they fanned up the track there. So Stenberg, while she was at the back, she comfortably motored around the outside. So she looks like she's got great form. And Escalera from Spain the next to go. Stenberg once again immediately to the back though. Move from Maeve Plouffe. Just wants to stay out of danger.
Well, and Maeve doesn't have a huge amount of international experience in bunch racing. She's certainly the nation's best. Has been many-time national champion in the bunch event. She's got the capability.
Kakita, 21-year-old, Asian champion in the team pursuit, individual pursuit and the points race last year in Malaysia on the track where the third and final World Cup will be held this year. And then we're down to 4. Look at this. This is a real sprint battle between the 4 of them.
And Shiwing Li from Hong Kong, China. Very experienced, very good bunch rider.
Plouffe in danger. Stuck underneath, nowhere to go. And Maeve Plouffe will be the one, maybe. Oh, very tight.
Very tight with Li. Oh, they've called it. Maeve Plouffe just missing out on the podium.
Well, I'd like to see the slow-mo on that one.
Oh, that was, I mean, that was a danger spot for Plouffe. And Li was lucky, to be honest. She took it early, took control, but didn't quite hold the pace and put herself in danger. And she's essentially self-eliminated. What we're not seeing, we're only seeing 2 here, but the race, the story is behind because there's still another to be eliminated. So Plouffe out, Li has self-eliminated. These 2 are not yet sprinting for the medal, although they appear to think they are. So an interesting scenario, but the commissaires, which we can see on the inside of the track and are not on track.
Well, they are sprinting full gas here, and it's a lap too soon because this is now to the advantage of the Norwegian Stenberg because now it's an elimination lap. And Acevedo perhaps thought that that was the race for gold. Now that she might be a bit cooked, she's had to go so deep for an entire lap and now having to try and hold on. Stenberg, if she has the strength, should be able to come around the outside. So Anita Stenberg, she couldn't do it. So what an incredible performance. She's gone too early, but still had the strength to hold on and get the win. So Yareli Acevedo, what a performance from her. That was brilliant.
And she was nearly out so many times, Acevedo. Yep. She really put herself in some positions that were dangerous, and also a miscalculation at the end with the number of laps left to run. And that was in large part because Li kind of self-eliminated, didn't even try and put herself in the race anymore. So an element of luck to be able to hold on after doing that. But a gutsy ride as well, a real determination for that gold.
In my head, it was always going to go to Anita Stenberg. She was in the draft for an entire lap and just didn't have that punch. So a great ride in the end by Yareli Acevedo. Tactical brilliance all the way through that race. And then she had the strength, the endurance to hold on for a 2-lap sprint in the end to get gold ahead of Anita Stenberg from Norway and Li Xingwing from Hong Kong, just ahead of Maeve Plouffe. I still want to see that photo finish. It was pretty tight between 3rd and 4th.
Yes, thank you, Scott. I'm here with Yareli Acevedo, the winner of the women's elimination here at the first World Cup of 2026. Yareli, you rode those last 2 laps on the front. A fantastic ride. How did that feel out there?
Sí, la verdad es que fueron 2 largas vueltas, hubo ahí una confusión, un error técnico que me pudo haber costado la carrera, pero gracias a Dios se dio el resultado y estoy muy feliz por esto.
She says that there was 2 long laps. There was a little mistake there, but that could cost the race, but thank God she did it well, and that's the first place for her.
Fantastic. It looked like you went a little bit too early, but you held on, and clearly after a fantastic 2025, you've come into 2026 very, very strong. Are you looking forward to the rest of 2026?
Sí, estoy realmente feliz. Agradezco a todas las personas involucradas, a la CONADE, porque gracias a ellos hoy estoy acá, al Comité Olímpico, a la UCMEX por hacer esto posible y feliz de estar otra vez por acá, por Australia.
Yeah, she says that she's happy about it and she thanks all people that helps her, especially CONADE and Comité Olímpico and UCMEX that make her being here.
Fantastic. And finally, what are your future plans as you go through 2026? Where are we going to see you next?
Mañana tenemos la Madison y el domingo el Omnium y bueno, vamos con las próximas 2 copas del mundo de esta serie de copas.
So tomorrow she has Madison and Sunday Omnium, and she'll be there in the 2 World Cups, next 2 World Cups.
Gracias, Yareli. Fantastic win tonight, and hopefully we see you dominating the rest of the weekend.
Thank you so much. I love you, Mexico.
Glenn O'Shea, let's go down to the presentations for the women's elimination.
Craig Bingham, chair of the Oz Cycling Board. In first place, winner of the gold medal, representing Mexico, Yareli Acevedo Mendoza. The gifts will be presented by Mani Feshner, CEO of Cycling.